Hi everyone, morning B, morning Debska. How are we this morning? You're up very early again, B. Hello, so I thought I would colour in intricate ink today. So this is a book by Tim Jeffs. This one was the one he released first. So this is volume 1. But I think I'm not going to do this, I've already done the chameleon. So I can't colour him today. I'm going to be doing a lemur, I think. So I've got a little reference picture up on my other iPad because for some reason my printer's decided today that it's not going to print in colour. So it was only printing it out in black and white, and I was like, I need to know what shades are in this lemur, not just black and white. So I've got a reference on the iPad instead, and that'll do. So I'm going to be using the Irojiten pencils as well, the Tombow Irojitens. If you're new to these pencils, they are a very hard leaded pencil. I really like them for fur because they do hold a nice point. Hi Heather. Morning. Yeah, they hold a nice point, so they're really, really good for doing fur or any sort of hair strokes, anything you need for that sort of effect. I've only got volumes. Which volumes have I got? That's volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So volumes 1 to 6 I have. I don't own any of the other ones because I don't use them often enough to justify getting the full set. I'm quite happy with the range of colours in here for when I'm colouring in my Tim Jeffs books. Hi Jen! Oh, can you hear the emergency vehicles already? Tell you what, there's about 5 gone past already this morning. There must be something going down. There must be something going down. Where I've had these stored as well, it's actually ripped the box a little bit there. Look at that. But I was thinking about taking them out of these boxes. I mean, they are nice and they are like lovely presentation for when you've got them on the on your shelf. But it's just a bit of a faff getting them in and out because when you take them out, they're all in these individual little things. So you've got to sort of unfasten them, and I've done it upside down, I think, because they've all just gone everywhere. Why have I only 3 pencils in here? Oh, you know what? They're all here. I didn't put them back in last time. They're all in my pencil pot on the desk. Tell you what. So they are all mixed up anyway. What am I like? Told you I'm not organised with pencils. Look, all of these are in my pencil pot and they're out of these sets. I'm such a donut. So, yeah, they're already out for me. There we go. I don't need any blues or greens in this lemur. So I will just sort these pencils out later. Don't hate me. I'm just going to put the ones I don't want back in the case. Are you making a nice cup of tea, B? Morning, Stacey. How are you? An hour later than normal. Oh, B, you know what it is? Our clocks in the UK go forward. Did they go back or forward? Oh, God, don't confuse me. Our clocks change, B, in the summer and winter, so they go forward and backwards. So it probably does appear like I am an hour. Yeah, that's it, Debska. I'm easily confused with anything like time and maths. I'm an absolute state. Now let's get that one out of the way. I'm just going to move the colours I'm not using out. Let's see if there's any in here what I need. No, I definitely don't need any of them colours. Oh, we've got a random Astra pencil here. I don't use those. Another emergency vehicle. Told you. Told you. It's one of them days today. Let's get rid of the pinks. And I've got a random Derwent Light Fast in there. Yeah, we'll sort my pencils out at some point. Let's get rid of that one. I'm a mess with these pencils, aren't I? 6 AM. Whoa. You won't catch me up at 6 AM. You won't. You really won't. I said that I was up at 6 AM this morning, but only because I had to be. Someone had to take the kids to school, right? And it had to be me. So, don't need that. I'm going to keep a lot of like brown tones. There's even like this sort of shade. What is this? Autumn leaf, this says. But there's this sort of shade in the lemur's eye. I will sort them out, I promise. Oh, Deborah, I completely forgot they weren't even in these cases. They've been on my pencil, on my pencil holder thing. Don't need that one. That can go. But I am going to take these out because it's such a faff when they're in these boxes. It really is. I'm just going to take them all out, I've decided. What colour's that? Mulberry. We don't need mulberry. We'll have the greys. I'll keep all the greys out here. Don't need any of them. They can go back in my pot. So you can see all the sort of colours we've got here in the Irojiten set anyway. And then we've got another page full here. There's some really nice sort of browns, orangey browns as well for like all your animals. And here, these are really nice rich colours. Rich autumn colours those, aren't they? They are really nice. Right, I think all the colours I want are actually in here. So let's have a see. Let's have a look what colours we've got here. 4 pencils. They're not in there. They're not in there. Who have I missed? Who's come in apart from I've seen Deborah. Oh, what colour's that? Maroon. I might use that terracotta because in its eyes it's got a bit of like terracotta type colour. Possibly a little bit of indigo. Underneath black, shades of black. Indigo is really nice to deepen up. What's that orangey colour? Bamboo. What's bamboo on here? Let's check this swatch for bamboo. It might be too orange. Yeah, it's too orangey for what I want. So get rid of those. Move those out the way. Yeah, gone. Don't need any other colours out of there. I will do some colouring at some point today, guys, I promise. And don't need them. Right, so I've sort of picked out the colours I need. I have got my black, haven't I? That's the most important. Ivory black. So, got all my colours there. Let's get this page open. So I have tagged it. Where are we? Here we go. It is the lemur. Look how cute he is. And I just love this fur. You can see all the directions of the hair strokes. They're all going one way, which I like, apart from a little curve on it. Nice and easy colouring, this one. Nice and easy colouring. I was going to pick a macaw. A macaw? Is that how you say it? A macaw parrot. But the feathers, I'm not brilliant with feathers. Feathers scare me. So I'm just going to bring up a picture of a lemur on the iPad so I can see a little bit better. There we go. I think I'll just start with his tail. Possibly put a bit of the indigo underneath first and then black over the top. Just sharpen this. Hi, Pickle. Hi. Oh, dear me. Right, I think I need to zoom in, don't I? Let's bring this down. Oh, I can just bring that down a bit better. Not forget to zoom in today. There we go. Let's start on the edge of the tail. Right, it's all lots of black on the edge of the tail. So if you do have these pencils, it is the indigo. Oh, that's not picking up, is it? There we go. It's hard to see the silver foiling against the white pencil. You're not hands-free working on the diamond painting. Yeah, get it done. Get it done, Debbie. Get it done, that diamond painting. She's working on the massive Drogon diamond painting, aren't you? I think it'll be done by Monday. I'll give you till Monday. I think it'll be done. So I'm just lightly doing a few hair strokes in the darkest areas of the shading. I'm not going to put it in here because indigo under black will give it lots of depth. So you don't want to put it in this centre bit because this is lighter. So I'm just going to use it in the really darkest areas. You can't decide if you need them, B. Personally, unless you colour a lot of hair with them, you know, like portraits with hair or fur, then I wouldn't bother. I only use these for my animal pages, to be honest, because they're really good for hair strokes. I mean, you can see the point on that pencil, and they're such a hard pencil that won't snap. Now, if I sharpened one of my Derwent Colour Softs to that point, it would have broke by now straight away. Yeah, you don't like them, do you? I only use them in Tim Jeff Spooks for the animals because they're really, really good for fur. I mean, they get a really nice point. But yeah, regular colouring when you're wanting to blend and smoosh colours together, they're not great for that. Let's do the end of the tail. Can you see enough here, or do I need to come in further? Sometimes when you zoom in too much, it ends up going a bit blurry. So you have to find the right balance. Right, so that's enough indigo on that bit. I'm going to go in with a grey. I'm going to sharpen this a bit more. You're asking me who my favourite artist is? Why are you asking me that, Debbie? Yeah, Christopher Lovell is a favourite now. I do like Enisciero as well. And then obviously my Camilla Derico, because we can't forget about her Camilla. This is Top. Again, it's hard to see. Oh, someone asked about the Pro colours. Have I missed it? Oh, I don't have the Pro colours bit, B, so I can't compare them. I only have the Derwent Colour Softs, which are really, really soft, leaded. I've heard the Pro colours are hard, but I mean, I've no experience of using them, so I won't be able to judge. Won't be able to judge properly. Herkabill. Not the royal one either. Don't like that one. Right, gonna get the black now. Make sure this is nice and sharp as well. Of course you can join in, Jen. Of course. This one is ivory black. Yeah, it was you what mentioned that in my last live stream, wasn't it, Stacey? I remember. Oh, dearie me. What you're like. My little reference picture's gone off on the iPad. How'd you get the iPad to stop turning off? It's so irritating. There must be an option to stop it going in standby mode. I don't know if you can see much at Lemur's body on here. On some references, it shows like a bit of a reddy brown going throughout the body, and then some are just pure grey on the body. Is it in the settings, Deborah? I need to find out, because especially when I've been doing pet portraits as well, and I've had my reference up and I've had pan pastel everywhere, and then it keeps going off, and I'm like, for crying out loud. Nearly swore then. For crying out loud. I could go to town on this. I couldn't just sit here all day flicking. Oh, went off again then. Jen, just go on to YouTube's probably best for searching, isn't it, Debbie? YouTube. I'm going to go into the centre bit here now with a lighter grey. There's my lighter grey. Get this sharpened to a nice point. I hope you're not telling them all about the zooming, Debbie. Do I need to zoom in? Do you need me to zoom in some more? I can zoom in some more if you need me to. I can't judge. Yeah, I do need to zoom in a bit more, don't I? It looks more zoomed in on my camera than what it does on your screen. That's what it is. Hopefully that's a bit better. Yeah, Debbie was telling me about the zoomy thing. I've not done my nails perfect today, so don't zoom in on them. I'll just keep them out the way now. This grey is pigeon grey. I forgot to say, sorry. Pigeon grey for the centre. Everyone doesn't seem to know. Oh, no, it's just you, Debbie. Just you. Now I am, instead of flicking in the centre, because I want to fill all that white space, I am just giving it a bit of a block colour in the middle. And then I'll bring some more flicks over the top of it. So back in with the slightly darker grey top. Just to add some more flicks over the top of that lighter grey. And then we'll get the black back in for a few more flicks and then we'll move on to the next section. I think when you're doing anything like animal fur, it is just, you know, obviously you're using the flicking motion, but I think it's just layering all your colours. So going in back in with ivory black, just a few lines going back through this lighter colour and some up from the bottom. And that's that one done, I think. Pretty much. Rid of that spot there I don't like. B. I'm always messing mine up. As soon as I paint my nails, I go downstairs to wash up the pots from breakfast, dinner, lunch and dinner, and they always chip. But when I can't be bothered taking it off and redoing it, I just polish over the chip. Like when I think, oh, I just need to come on and do a video, I'm like, yeah, I'll just paint back over it again, splash it all on. So I'm going to start the next section up here with the indigo again. In the darkest bits. So the darkest bits here seem to be underneath. Let me zoom out while I show you this bit. you can see that the darkest areas are underneath the tail, so they sort of go here, and then it gets lighter in the middle and a bit darker there. So you can see the darkest areas where you will put the indigo. Well, let's zoom back in. What have I missed? What have I missed? Give over, pickle. Animals are supposed to look like that though, aren't they, with the fur? I like a good electrocuted animal. I do. That's what I do too much when I'm doing pet portraits. I flick all the fur out too much at the sides because I get carried away. I think I did that with Debbie's, didn't I, Aviva? I did lots of lots of flicks on that one. I still love that one though. When I came round your house, I went round Debbie's the other day for a brew, and the portrait I did, I went up to her room having a nosy, and just looking at it again, I was like, I'm still proud of that one. I need to do another, but just don't know what to do. I've run out of people's pets to draw now, so I need to go on to Pixabay, I think. Need to go on to Pixabay and just pick some at random. I was thinking about practicing parrots, because my sister's just got a grey macaw. Is it a grey macaw? No, it's not a macaw. A grey, what they called? Oh, what they called? What they called them parrots, Debbie? What I said my sister's got. Oh, I forgot. Anyway, it's a grey parrot. So I really want to do it for her, but you know, doing feathers is a whole different ball game from doing fur. So it's something I need to practice. Something I need to practice, definitely. African grey. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Jen. That's it. Yeah, I want to do one of those for, but I've just ordered some. This is top going in my top. I've just ordered some blue toned mixed media paper. Now, because normally when I do pet portraits, I do them on the pastel matte paper. And I saw this blue toned mixed media paper by Strathmore, and I thought I really want to try that and just, you know, see what it's like doing pan pastels on that paper. So I've ordered some of that, but it's coming from the EU, so it's only going to be here like next week. But I thought about trying it on that. Never tried that paper before. I've tried the tan toned paper. Now obviously these middle bits are white, but with your lighter greys, so with the top, look at that, not zooming in, with the top and with the pigeon grey, you can just flick some of those little ones into the white area. It'll make it all join together better at the end. But of course, I'll end up tweaking it at the end anyway, so there we go. So going in with ivory black. Is anybody doing anything for bonfire night? Doing anything fun? Going to any displays? Having your own in your houses? Black peas seems to be a big hit on bonfire night, but I can't. I haven't actually tried them, but I just look at them and gag. I'm just like, ugh, no thanks. I can't. I'll stick to hot dogs. Stick to hot dogs. But we are going to a firework display, but I'm a bit scared now because my daughter, who has sensory processing disorder, doesn't like mud. Like, if there's any mud where she's walking or any wet leaves is a biggie as well. I have to carry her over them. And I mentioned that they'd had to put the wellies on because it's on a field. I said, you'll have to put your wellies on in case it's muddy. And she just point blank then went, I'm not going, I don't want to go, I don't like mud. And I was like, oh grief. I've booked it now. I don't know why to cancel or anything, and it's not fair on the other kids as well, because the other kids are excited. So it's like, if I have to bring her out, I'll take her off. I'll perhaps take her iPad in the car, and then if it gets too much for her, I can go and sit in the car with her with the iPad for a bit while the other kids are enjoying a few more fireworks. Sort of thing. No worries, Debbie. Enjoy your trip to Asda. Or you're buying your own fireworks. Oh, not buying banging ones. You can get silent ones now as well, can't you? Oh, thanks for popping in. See you later. Your neighbours think bonfire night is all November. Oh, they do everywhere, don't they? Right, I'm going back in with the pigeon grey for the centre bit. They do everywhere, don't they? And then it's like weeks before and weeks after. Same with anything. People get carried away. Anything for a celebration, eh? You're going to your brother-in-law's, dreading it with your son. You just have hope for best, don't you? Either hope for best or just, acknowledge that it could go all belly up, and then if it goes the other way, it'll be a nice surprise, won't it? That's what I said to myself. So he's looking fluffy now in the centre. It's looking fluffy. Just gonna fluff up those edges a bit. Right, going back in with, where is it? My top. Just to add a few more flicks. I'm on the wrong one. What are you doing, Kirsty? I've just started flicking that one. I'm doing this one. Oh, I'm such a donut, aren't I? I am such a donut. Don't do what I've just done. Got carried away with that one. November to January. Give over, they don't. Oh yeah, because of New Year's Eve fireworks as well, of course. Of course they do. You do fireworks in July? What for, B? What do you do fireworks in July for? Is there an occasion? Ivory black. Or is it 4th of July? Is it 4th of July celebrations, that be? Yeah, it just clicked then. I'm thinking, what do they celebrate over there? Oh yeah, I've got it. Moving on to the next one. Hi Zoe. Good morning. You know what, Pickle? I don't even realise that people probably don't understand what I'm talking about half the time. Oh, they've just started selling, not the Krispy Kreme donuts, the other one. Is it Dunkin' Donuts? They've just started selling some of them in the local Spar. In the local Spar down the road. Indigo. So I'm on to the third little section now. Yeah, I've never tried Dunkin' Donuts though. You call yourself banana brain? It always turns into food, doesn't it? Always turns into food. Yeah, I like them, Zoe, but sometimes they don't put any jam in them. Well, they do, but like the smallest amount of jam ever. And it's just like you're eating the bread, sugary bread. Right, I'm going to leave that centre bit a bit. I can't diet anymore. I've tried so many times this past year to diet, I just can't. Just can't. Tesco ones are vile, Zoe. Do you know, a couple of times I've been in, because I get them for the kids. I say this, but I always end up eating one. But I get them for the kids, and a few times when I've been in, the Tesco ones even have sugar on the top. They don't have sugar. Making your teeth itch. Oh, I love the sugar, Jen. Well, you won't got Tesco now because they're lacking on sugar on them ones now. They're lacking. Yeah, I'm going in with top now. It's making me want a donut now. I've got a meal deal in the fridge for when I've finished with this. Supermarket meal deal. It's a sandwich, a drink, and either a chocolate bar or a bag of crisps for £3. Can't beat it. So I've got a cheese triple sandwich thing, a Twix, and an innocent smoothie. I always get them innocent smoothies, they're well nice. They're really nice. Right, what am I going in with now? Where's my lighter grey gone? Who have I missed? Who's come in? Hi Lisa, have I missed you somewhere? Did I say hi? I've just spotted you. Who else has sneaked in? Someone said hello to Tonya. Where have I missed that as well? I'm sure all my chat's not coming up. And no, I'm not in top chat, I'm in live chat. I'm in live chat. I've not tried M&S donuts, no. I don't go in M&S because they're too expensive for me, Zoe. Too expensive for me, that M&S food. Sweaty donut. Oh. A sugar licker off person just found a child. Any child, Jen. Any child will lick the sugar off a donut for you. Oh dear. Right, pigeon grey. I'm going up the wrong one again. Why do I keep going on the above one when I'm going into the centre? I don't know. Maybe I've not had enough coffee this morning. Maybe that's what it is. And we need a name for this lemur as well. Something beginning with L, because there's a theme going on in this book. There's a theme. They've all got names, all the ones I've coloured, and they all begin with whatever animal it is. So I've got Sid the Sloth in here. I've got Pascal. Well, no, they don't begin with P because I've got Pascal the Chameleon. So it don't have to begin with L, just give him a name. What else have I got? Should we have a look what we've coloured in this book? Forgot. And then we'll get back to our colouring. Yeah, Ian and Minnie will do that, Pickle. That's all they do. You lick all the stuff off and then give it you. They're like, here. You're like, yeah, thanks. I don't want you to eat that with your slobber all over it now. It's gross. Yeah, so we've got Pascal. Stacey did this one, didn't you? Stacey coloured along with this one, and hers was brilliant. Do you spend less in M&S than Tesco? Do you actually? No, you can't. The handbag, yeah, I'm like, no thanks, you keep it. You keep it. It's the same when they're licking ice cream in summer. They slobber all over an ice cream and lick an ice cream, get bored of it, and then give it you, and I'm like, no, I can't eat that. The dad will eat it though. Oh, we've got George the giraffe. Can't get them all on. I'll leave him that way. We've got George the giraffe. Some really lovely pages in this one. I like that as well. Do you not, B? Oh, I like them. I tried to link this Intricate Ink Volume 1 in the description, but I don't know what's going on Amazon. It used to be readily available, but at the minute it's coming up as a used copy. Now, if you click on other buyers, there is individual buyers. Is it out of print? That's what it is then. Well, if you click on Amazon, there is individual buyers, sellers, sorry, individual sellers for new copies, but they're obviously, you know, you'd have to check out the sellers to see if they're legit. But there is options on there. Oh, I'm glad I've got hold of it now then if it's out of print. Well, that's the one we're doing. I'm sure I've done some more pages in here. We definitely did Sid the Sloth somewhere. And a turtle. I think I did a turtle in here. Or did I not? Sure I did a turtle. Oh yeah, there we go. There's, what did we call him? Trevor. We called him Trevor. And that's Sid. That's Sid the Sloth. And that's it. That's it. So we need a name for our lemur, don't we? What should we call him? Let's zoom back in. What do we call our lemur? Did you just get these books, Jen? I've just seen that comment at the top. They're gorgeous books. I love colouring animals anyway, so I've got about 3 of his books, but only these hardback ones. I really like the hardback books. Yeah, they are, because he started independently publishing them now, hasn't he, on the softback paper, and I prefer these ones. I do prefer these ones. Lenny, that's a good one, Zoe. That's a good one. And Larry, oh, we're going to have to take it to a vote, this. Hi, Sammy. We've got 2 for Larry, 1 for Lenny. Your uncle's called Trevor, and your granddad was Sid. Oh, well, there you go. We've got everyone from your family in my book. I'm going back in now with top, so I'm slacking on this colouring today, aren't I? I don't even know if I was going in with the top. Lost track of what we're doing. I only really come here for a chat. Don't come to do much colouring. Going back in, not indigo. I don't want indigo. We want ivory black. Let's get some black in here. You know what I've strayed away from out of this book? The animal, the polar bear. Just purely because it's white, and I'm like, you need to find all the undertone colours in the white to make it pop, don't you, on the page? I'm not good at doing white. I'm not good at colouring white. So the polar bears are getting abandoned. Probably the last thing that I colour in this book. I'm thinking I want to do a lion next. It's a lovely lion in this book. I've linked these pencils in the description, but I think they are cheaper to get elsewhere other than Amazon. I've not had a look recently, but I know they used to be cheaper on Amazon Japan. I'm not sure if they still are. I've never actually used Amazon Japan myself. Let's go on to the next one. Where's the indigo? Where did I throw that pencil? They're good for fur and for hair, so I really like using the Irojiten pencils in this book for all the animals because it really holds a really nice point. But I don't use them in any of my other colouring books. Not really. You just end up chatting, don't you, Jen? That's what I do. I don't get much colouring done. Telling the cat off. That naughty little cat of yours. Is that your whites what end up turning yellow, B? I just tend to put some greys underneath it. Like, I don't know if that's the best colour to go for, but I normally put some grey underneath. But yeah, polar bears do have like a yellow tinge, don't they? On the fur. No worries, Zoe. I dare you to buy some donuts now. See you later. Have a nice day. Now I'm going in with the indigo again now. Fourth one up here now, aren't we? It's gonna take me a while to get this tail done, isn't it? I might do his little eyes in a minute. I know you can't see his eyes at the moment, but I might get some colour into his eyes. When I've looked at reference pictures of lemurs, there's some with really like terracotta type coloured eyes, and then there's somewhat more of like a ochre yellow tone, so I'm not decided what I'll go for yet. Not decided. Because if you look at, there's all different types of lemurs when I've looked for a reference, but in this book, they have little numbers. Let me zoom out. They have little numbers on the pages, so that's 24. So if you go to the front of the book, it tells you what they are. Now if you go and find 24 on here, it just says lemur, so it doesn't give a particular type of lemur. So you just have to go for whatever, I think. Let's get back in. There we go. Getting you all seasick with the camera. Pull that up. What animals would be your preference for colouring if you was to do one? Polar bear hair is actually transparent? No way. So it's the skin underneath. What gives it the colour? I'm gonna have to do some googling now. Do some googling. My kids are normally telling me little facts like that. One of my daughters told me the scientific name of a certain moon that was out last night. I was like, how do you know that? You'll DM me on Insta. You can send me one through post if you're doing that. I'm joking. Don't send donuts through the post, they will not come edible. Just your standard ring-tailed lemur, is it, Zoe? So I'm going about the right colours so far. Are they not your favourite thing, Bea? I love colouring animals, right? I'm going in my top now. I love colouring animals. I think it's just because I find the flicky motion very therapeutic. So obviously with a lot of animals you've got the fur and I just sit here flicking my pencil. Flicking my pencil. It looks very blue on camera, all this, but I promise you in real life it is not that blue. I'm just looking at the iPad, I'm thinking that looks so blue, but it's not. It's got a tinge of blue, but it doesn't look as blue as that to my eye. You can't choose your pencils. Oh no. The black underneath, Stacey, are they? Hi Deb. Good morning. If I do something wrong, 9 times out of 10 I shove some sort of glitter over the top of it. It wouldn't work with an animal though, would it? Pigeon grey. Some sort of embellishment I cover mistakes up with. Might be washi tape, stickles, sometimes watercolour. Can shove over the top of mistakes. Just depends what it is. Right, let's get the black. Ivory black. You remember my glitter page or don't? That was a disaster. That was a disaster. But the thing is, with that page, it turned out even worse after I put the glitter on. It was just a rip it out the book page, that one. I thought, you know what? No, it can just stay there and people can see that mistakes are made. That was a funny video to put together, actually. I think I called it my worst page ever or something like that. It is on YouTube if anyone wants a laugh. I think I'm gonna do the kids' spaghetti bolognese for tea today. No doubt one of them will cry about it, but you know, can't please everyone, can you? I love spaghetti bolognese. I've got some parmesan cheese as well. Oh, I forgot to get my garlic bread. I've just clicked, I forgot to pick up my garlic bread. Garlic bread slices. Oh well. I'm getting quite over here, and I've just spotted a little bit I won't put black into down there because I'm just being nitpicky. Let's go back in with top. Matt Otter. No, not that one B. It was a page from Cute and Creepy, and it was like a double page spread. There was like a dragon. It was supposed to be the Loch Ness monster, I think, on one page, and then on the other side it might have been a dragon or something. And I totally messed it up, and then I just covered the whole page in glitter. Like you couldn't even see the illustration when I'd done with it. It was just a full page of glitter. Oh, it was just awful. Absolutely. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't think I was in my right mind, if I'm honest. It's a talking point when I open the book. That's for sure. Going back. No, I've not used the lightest colour have I yet? Pigeon grey. And then back in with ivory black for a few more. Exactly, Jen. Not, you know, people always mess up. They just don't film it and show it to everyone because, you know, he wants to post that they're doing something wrong. Not a lot of people. You eat spaghetti squash instead of noodles. Exactly. Everyone messes up. They just don't show it. So your pages are always beautiful, Pickle. Lots of sparkle. Lots of sparkle on your pages. Right, let's move down on to the next one. I'm going in with the indigo again here. I think the little hands, the lemur's hands are white. Only because I've just seen his hand there. Down at the bottom. You can't see his hand, but it is there. He's got a hand here and a hand here, but I'm sure the white on the reference. Maybe that was the other picture of the other lemur. You can hear a lemur here because I've got it on. Like, how cute. That's what I'm looking at, a little video. Zoom me back in. Going in. No, I've just been with indigo. Now I'm going to go on to top. Let's catch up on chats. You think they have creepy eyes, B? Oh, they're well cute. They're well cute. What the heck was that? Just a random lemur. Just a random lemur on my video. Making weird noises. It's getting awfully fluffy up here. Let's get some of the pigeon grey. See, I don't post them to Instagram. Like that page that I showed on my channel that I did horrible. I didn't post that on Instagram. I'm too chicken to post them on Instagram. I quite like my grid of ones I'm proud of on Instagram. I'll show them in other places. Just not on the... Top. How's your sister, Pickle? Let's get that black. Where's my black? Ivory black. Can I hear someone shouting outside? Do you know when you think you can hear someone kicking off outside? I'm too nosy for my own good, me. I'm too nosy. Literally. I'm just trying to fix my chat on my iPad for some reason. It's not stopped, has it? The stream. My iPad's just stopped, so it's like, no, it's not. Oh, there we go. It's fixed. It's fixed. Is this looking really blurry on your camera? Is it because I'm zoomed in a lot? It looks really blurry on mine. Oh, it's a long wait to find out, isn't it, that? It's a long worry. 3 months. There's different sets. So the way that they come, Jen, is, let me zoom out. Very dirty boxes, but the way that they come are in these boxes, and there's, let me fasten it up before I spill it. There's 3 of these inside each box. So this box is, does it not say on the side? They all have their own names. I think one's called C something. Why does it not say on here which set it is? Well, you get 30 pencils in each box, so there's like 10 pencils in each one of these, and you get 3 in there, so there's 30 altogether in one set. So there's volume 1, 2 and 3 in that one, 4, 5 and 6, and then you can buy up to, how many sets is it? Volume, where's my swatch book? It's because I've not looked at these pencils in ages. But I did put the things in here in case I buy them. You can buy up to volumes 7, 8 and 9, I think. So yeah, there must be another set. There's another one of these available. So there's 90 pencils altogether if you get all 3 sets. Probably didn't make sense in any of that, but I don't make sense, me. It's quite nice when you zoom out on this. It's a hot mess when I zoom in, but it's quite nice, the whole effect when you see the whole page together. Is there 100 now? Oh, there is B, because they released some extras, didn't they, a while ago? Some new ones. I've just, like I say, I'm happy with the sets that I've got, so I didn't bother. I didn't bother ordering the new ones. Yeah, the extra 10 pencils. I forgot the names of all of them. Yeah, hi Maverick. Thank you. Yeah, the last time I looked at those sets of pencils was over a year ago now. So I forgot the names of them. I forgot what the deal is. I'm not organised, as you can see. If I have got at the door, a parcel is due today, and I just heard a van outside, so it could be my door being knocked on in a minute. If it is, I've got my microphone on, so you might hear me. It's one of them what sticks on top, so you might hear me talking to the postman if I don't take my mic off. Sure, I've just let me have a look out the window. I can hear a lot of banging. An Argos van. Did he order them from Argos? My partner's ordered some pillows. I don't think he ordered them from Argos. No, that might be for next door, that van. I don't think it's for me. No, they definitely weren't from Argos. I think he said they were coming with Royal Mail. Sure he did. Oh, who knows? Who knows? Our cardboard bin's just been emptied this morning. I was like, hallelujah, because I've been ordering little bits for the kids ready for Christmas. And the amount of Amazon packages I've received and all the cardboard, I couldn't fit it in my bin. So I've had cardboard everywhere in the house. So now the bin's been emptied, I can go and chuck it all in now. What have I missed? Let's have a look. Yeah, her desk did come. She loves it. She loves it, Jen. It's like a little vanity desk. So she's got it's got a little shelf at the top so she can put all her perfume bottles and everything like that. She can do her makeup on it 'cause it's got a mirror on it. And then obviously she can still do her schoolwork on the desk part. So yeah, she's chuffed. Chuffed with it. Yeah, I could pickle. Well, the one I left in my house because I couldn't fit in the bin, that the children were playing with it. There was actually fighting over it because they sat in it, put pillars in it, then sat in it, and then they were fighting who was going to sit in the box. That's how it was going down. What is it with kids and boxes? They just love them. They love them. And cats as well, yeah. Anybody loves a cardboard box. Top. Oh, it actually snapped then. Must have sharpened it way too much. Don't normally snap on me, these pencils. They fight over anything, Pickle, honestly. Pigeon Grey. Because they're so close in age, though, as well. There's 18 months between my two youngest. And everyone kept saying, oh, they'll be best friends. I'm like, are you joking? They would absolutely murder each other if I let them. Honestly. I have to run back in the room sometimes because, you know, they're knocking each other out. I'm like, whoa, just stop. I have to always make sure that my little boy's fingernails are really, really, really short because he scratches. He's so bad. He's 4 years old, he scratches her. So she's going in school with these scratches down her neck, and I'm just thinking, they're going to be thinking it's flipping me. Ivory black. Yeah, exactly, B. That's what they do, isn't it? That's exactly what they do. They love a box, my kids. They want to eat the tea in the box. They want all the snacks in the box. My belly is rumbling. Rumbling. 13 months between them. Oh, I thought 18 months was bad. What is it with them scratching though? It's worst thing, isn't it? I'd rather them smack than scratch. It proper leaves, you know, scratch marks are the worst, aren't they? Sweet but savage. I love it. Love it. No, Indigo. Indigo, where's Indigo? Indigo. I'm just gonna move this tripod to the side and then I can pull this book over a bit better. I worry about it now though, Pickle, because once when he did one, I think it was on her face. It might have been on her cheek nearer the side of her face. And he scratched her there quite deeply, you know, he proper dug his fingernails in. He got shouted at for that. Got really shouted at, put on the naughty step. But I did that, and then when she went to school the next day, when she came home, she said, the teacher asked me what happened to my face. And I was like, oh God. And she said, I said it was my brother. So I said my brother scratched me. It's gone dark here now. If my image is dark, it's because it's just gone dull outside. I've got my lamp on, but it's gone really dull. Wolverine. It's bad, isn't it? Oh, so bad. Top. I always remember though my sister throwing a remote control at my ear when we were younger, and I remember my ear ringing, absolutely ringing. They're evil kids, aren't they? So evil. Oh, the other day I was coming out of a car park. I have to tell you this. I was coming off a car park to enter the main road, and there was a lad on a bicycle, but he was further enough away from me that I could get out of the side street safely. You know, I wasn't cutting him off or anything. I had plenty of time. He was further enough away so that I could get out. So I turned out, no problem. He weren't there. Then all of a sudden, he come right round from the driver's side. Right round from the driver's side as if he'd sped up. It might have been an electric bike, but I'm not too sure. But he'd come round as if he'd sped up. It came right in front of my car. So my car's, let me zoom out. This is me in my car going forward. He came, this is the driver's side. He came round here from the back of me. Round here. Came in front of me and stopped that way on his bike. He stopped dead that way in front of his bike. He did a WANKER sign to me. We all know what that is. Shouted some obscenities. Right? So then he decides to turn round, carry on riding his bike, gets round the corner, and he just does it again. Point blank, I'm driving in front of him just casually. Point blank, stopped his bike like that in front of my car again. And then he's swearing and shouting again. He kicked my car. He thumped my wing mirror. And he looked like he was going to come round and smack me in the face. Let me tell you. Oh, he was. I don't think Americans use this word, chavvy. But you'll know if you're in the UK what I mean by chavvy. Oh, he was a chavvy little turd. I can't swear on my channel, but he was a chavvy little turd. And I was like, if he'd have done it anymore or been swearing and shouting at me anymore, I would have phoned police because he was like following me and kept stopping his bike in front of the car erratically, kicking my car and all sorts. I was like, what the? Really? I've just realised as well I've been knocking my microphone. I bet that sounded awful. I just kept knocking my microphone without realising. Oh, no worries, Jen. Thanks for popping in. Have a nice day. I know, Stacey. Can't run him over though. I'll get a flipping put in prison. It was tempting though. You should have seen his face. Oh God. It looked like one of them young lads who would hit a woman in the face. So I was actually quite fearful because I thought if he comes round here, he probably will hit me in the face. I don't know. There's just no need for some people in the world, is there? No need. Where am I up to? Exactly, Pickle. Well, it was one of them times. You'll know what they're like. Chevy, rule the road. They're one of them who ride the bicycle erratically all over the road and in front of cars and swerving in and out and think that they own the road. You know, that type of. And then obviously, it was apparently my fault. You know what, Stacey? I don't have a dash cam. I think I should get one. Exactly. I don't think he'd have done it if I had one, would he? It has made me think about getting one now. If I'd have had that on me, on a dash cam, exactly. I don't have one. You can pick them up cheap, those, can't you? I'll have to get one. Ivory. But even if, I didn't, I pulled out, he was nowhere near me when I pulled out, but even if I did, say I did and made a mistake and didn't see him or whatever, there is no need to respond like that. You don't do that as human beings. You might put your hands up and go, look, I'm here. What but then that's it. You go off about your day. To have that kind of reaction, I'm sorry, but you need some sort of help. I can't deal with people like that. And I was shaking. Like, I put on a front, like, when I were doing it, I acted like, what are you doing? Get away from my car, sort of thing. Like, I weren't bothered. Because you have to, don't you? You have to put a front on. Not show him that you're scared or that you're, fazed by it. And then I got onto Tesco car park because I needed to go to Tesco, and I was just like sat there for a bit, calming myself down because you do get the adrenaline rush, don't you, when anything like that happens? It's like just sat on Tesco car park, calming myself down, and then I went in for my shopping and just casually going to make my day. Yeah, I want one of them too. I want one of them too, Pickle. A ring doorbell. It's only because I'm nosy. Hear everything people are saying up front. I said to my partner, when my mum stood outside waiting to knock on the door and she's whinging about me garden weeds, I said, I'll be able to hear her. I'm so bad. Pigeon grey. I'm so bad. Because my mum won't click onto anything like that. She's not down with technology, so she won't think, oh, best watch what I'm saying here, they can hear me. She won't know. Are we only on 20 past 11? 20 past 11? It feels like I've been on longer, and I've not done much, but it feels like I've been on longer. Just gonna go back in with a few more strokes of ivory black. I'm that zoomed in, I didn't even realise my pencil was a million miles away from the screen. It's a very fluffy lemur. Very fluffy lemur. Should we have a look at him zoomed out? It's looking very nice. I think when it's all done, obviously it takes some time, but you can see how different this part is to this part. How more pigmented it is. but it'll look gorgeous when it's done, I think. It just takes a long time. It feels very samey when you're doing something like this, apart from when I get to here, I think there's a bit, quite just a little tiny bit of brown tones in this, but not a lot, just like an undertone of brown specks. And then everywhere else is pretty much the same greys. A bit more of a lighter grey up this end of his body. But yeah, thank you, Stacey. You can't see much when I'm zoomed in. That's why I like to zoom out every now and again so you can see what I've actually done. You can see I've actually done something today. Let's get that camera moved. Go back in with the indigo for this section now. Is your full house camera upstairs? And you summer? Oh, do you have a summer house? Oh, I'd love a summer house. You live in a rough area. To be honest, it's not too bad where my house is. It's not too bad where my actual house is. Indigo. But yeah, it's not as quiet as it used to be where we live. It used to be quieter than it is. But I think in general, you're just getting more trouble everywhere these days, aren't you? I think you are getting more trouble. Exactly, Pickle. That's why I want one, just so I can be nosy and like just hear some random things. Or even sometimes it can be something as simple as someone's knocked on my door. I've not got to the door in time and they've just gone, and I think, who's just knocked on my door? And it bugs the life out of me that I don't know who's knocked on my door. I'm so sad. It does bug me though. I think, who's that? Who was that? Who knocked on my door? I was fascinated by them when I went to my friend's house, because I went to drop something off at my mate's house and she has a Ring doorbell. She started talking to me through the Ring doorbell and she wasn't even home. She said, "Oh, I'm not home yet." I was like, "How are you talking to me? This is magic." She said, "I'm not home yet. I'm just on the school run." She said, "You can just leave it behind the bin if you want." I was like, magic. There's always one in the pickle. There's always one. Always one. Top. It's really quite quiet where I am because it's on a main road. I obviously know he lives next door, and we have chatted a few times. But as for all the other houses on the row, nobody sort of knows anybody. I don't think. Well, I don't know them. I know one person on the end of the row, and that's only because I went to school with his son. But it's not one of them streets where people sit in the gardens and chat to each other, because obviously at the front, nobody sits at the front of the houses because it's the main road. People sit in the back gardens, but all the back gardens round here are really enclosed. So you've got the high fences and all the trees, and you're not really overlooked by anyone to have a chat, if that makes sense. Which is good and bad. Sometimes you don't want to always be looking at your neighbours, especially if you've got some wrong ones, but we have nice neighbours next door to us. But we're semi-detached as well, so we've only really got them on one side. The other side is a little patch of grass, a little patch of land. And go in. Have I frozen? Is my screen froze? Have we stopped streaming here? Or is it just my iPad? Have we lost the stream, guys? Or are we still all here? What happened then? It just came up as back online. Did I go off for a little bit then? You could hear me. Yeah, it says back online now. Strange YouTube messing up again. That's it, Stacey, though, isn't it? You don't mind it. When your own kids are loud and noisy, you don't mind other people's because you know what it's like. You know exactly what it's like. Pigeon grey. That's exactly what I said to my neighbour. She's just had a little boy. She's just had a little baby, bless her. So cute. But yeah, she's just had a little baby, and she messaged me one morning saying, like, apologising because he was noisy last night. She said, I don't know what got into him. He was on another level last night. And I just said, please don't apologise for a baby crying. I said, for one, I didn't hear him. I said, and for two, I have 5 kids. I know how noisy mine are, and they have meltdowns and all the rest of it. I said, don't feel like you need to apologise for a baby crying, because I really do not mind. I can only imagine the noise from my house and my 5 kids, what's going next door. You know, she doesn't need to apologise for a little baba. I love the sound of babies crying as well. I'm weird. Top. Yep, YouTube gremlins. They're joyous. Joyful. Oh, if there's anybody watching who's into diamond painting, I'll mention my second channel. My second channel is The English Diamond Painter. I'm trying to get that up to 1,000 subscribers so I can start live streaming on there without using StreamYards or whatnot. But it's slow. It's very slow. I think it's slower growing than my YouTube for adult colouring was. Definitely. It's a harder crowd to crack over there, I think. Not many people come and chat. Not many people come and chat on your videos as they do over here. Black. Has it come back on? It's the same back. Let me know if the sound's back. If it's not, I may have to plug my mic in. It could be the charge on it. It's back. Is that a yeah, my sound's back? Woohoo! Yeah, I think the charge had gone on my microphone. Probably needs charging. Silly me. So I might sound a bit different now. Probably don't sound as muffled if I'm honest. Can sound a bit tinny sometimes, microphones, can't they? Bit tinny. I think I'm going to have to pop this lamp on the other side of me, possibly. That'll be okay there for a minute, I think. I'm going to do the next one. Pull that over. So going back in with indigo. Thank you. Sound is back. I'm glad I didn't have to go off the stream and come back on again to get that sound working. I'd have been annoyed. I know. It's relatively new, that microphone. I thought I'd try it out. Trial it. But you do have to keep these things charged up. Same with this new lamp I've got. It doesn't last very long before you need to plug it in again. That's it. I'm rubbish with technology as well. Absolute pants. Rubbish. You know, I like to think that I'll be one of them old people what's on Facebook and that, but I don't think I will. Because I already can't do TikTok. I've been on TikTok a few times trying to get the hang of it. I just can't. I just can't. You love your TikTok, don't you? Pickle. I can't get the hang of it. My daughter loves TikTok as well. Going in, fire's going. Thank you, Deb. No worries. You two have a wonderful weekend. See you later. Top. I forgot it was Friday today. You just reminded me saying I've got a nice weekend. I'm like, oh yeah. Which means it's actual bonfire night tomorrow then, isn't it? Yeah, it is. But our firework display is only on the Sunday. That's what it is. I'm at the hairdresser's tomorrow as well. I've just remembered. I'll have to go and draw the money out for that. Just remembered. I've got my roots. My roots need doing. So I've got my daughter swimming in the morning and then hairdressing at 11 o'clock. And then all the fun of the firework display on Sunday. So I'll be tired by Monday. Monday morning when I'm getting the kids up for school, I'll be tired. The sun was shining on that then. Sun shining through the curtains. Let's go for pigeon grey. It has gone fast, hasn't it, Pickle? It has. Oh, I need to remember, I'm not picking one of my daughters up from school today. I nearly forgot that as well. One of my daughters is doing dodgeball after school, so her dad's picking her up today. So I need to remember that I'm not standing around outside one of the classroom doors. hate the school run though. I hate it with a passion. Ivory black. I used to be able to get there early so that I got a nice space on the car park. You know, my usual car parking space where I used to park every single time. It was my space. It was my parking spot. And then my little, well, I say my little, it's not little. And then one of my daughters started a Sen high school this time, so I have to pick her up first. And then we're in a rush, which means I can't get to my other daughter's school early for a parking space. So it means I'm always the last one on the car park, which is hell. Let me tell you, if you do a school run, you know what being last on the car park means. I couldn't even get on it yesterday, and I came back out and I was like, oh, where am I going to park? And then you look at those people who are in your car parking space, because it has my name on it clearly. And you're like, grr. You're in my space. Honestly, I used to get there like half an hour before school opened, sometimes 45 minutes just to get this parking space, because I'm that sad. But it's all with good reason. You know, when you've got children with additional needs, you know how hard it is getting them to the car safely. So I like to park in this particular spot that was right next to the gates, the school gates, that was not muddy on one side, so I could get them out of the car on a side that wasn't muddy, because she has an issue with walking on mud. So this particular spot was really, really nice. And now I can't get on it. Like, no. I think I'm getting fluffier and fluffier on this tail as we go further up here. I'm getting carried away with the fluff. Oh, it's very cuddly lemur. Don't you know? Hi, Shannon. I really should have, shouldn't I? I really should. It's not a bad idea. I mean, I don't know what the other parents would think about it if I did that, but you know, it'd be a good laugh, wouldn't it? It would be a good laugh. That's that one down. Did we decide if we was calling this guy Lenny or Larry? Anyway, was there more votes for Larry? I think there was, wasn't there? I think there was an extra vote for Larry. Going in with indigo again. I'm going to have to move, cause move around a bit. Let's get the right flicky motion angle. Oh, Century Seekers, so they want to splash in the puddles, do they? Sometimes I'd rather her be like that. I have to be honest. The amount of times she's stopped dead in front of a patch of wet leaves or wet ground or tiniest bit of nothing that she wants me to carry her over. And there's like, she stops that dead, there's people behind us walking into us. I'm like, oh, my back is in bits because she's heavy. She's 6, but she's like stocky. She's so heavy. Is it not too early to function anymore now, Sharon? Sharon? Oh my gosh, Sharon. Why did I say Sharon? Where's Sharon come from? Shannon. Shannon. Don't come for me. It's obviously too early for me to be coming out with that. Oh, I can't stop giggling to myself now. It's just reminded me of her off EastEnders as well. Sharon! Shannon won't know about EastEnders, will she, Pickle? It's a UK soap opera. You'll have to Google it. The Dum Dum Dog's already being choked. Top. Top. I hope you can see and I'm not blocking with my hand. It's gone quiet outside the traffic, but I don't want to say that. Well, I've already said it now. There'll be about 5 ambulances go past now I've said that. Jinx myself. Sharon! Hold on. I was saying to a friend I've not watched EastEnders in years now. I've not watched EastEnders since like before lockdown. I think, have they changed the times it comes on or something? Because I watch Emmerdale and Coronation Street, and then when I'm flicking through the channels I never see EastEnders. Never see EastEnders anymore. That's weird. I gotta say it like Ozzy. I don't think I can. I don't think I can put on his accent, Pigeon Grey. I'm not even going to try because I'll just embarrass myself. I don't know where to start with him. Can't do Brummy. Oh. Yeah, I can't do Brummy accents. He's got a weird mix in his voice now though, hasn't he? From where he's lived and... Let's get black. Ivory black. I know, bit of Brummy, bit of American in there. I'm just not very good at accents in general. I'd just insult anybody trying to do an accent, me. I definitely can't do Shannon's accent. This is where she comes in and says she's not got an accent. I don't know, I've seen a few impersonations of Ozzy. I've seen some good ones actually. I've seen some good ones by actual impressionists. You know, who do it for a living. Not just me. Trying to give it a go. Half 7 EastEnders. Hi, Karina. Ah, so yeah, so they changed it to the same time, did they? That's why then. That's why I do prefer Emmerdale, if I'm honest. I do prefer me Emmerdale. Although I've missed a lot of it lately. I just catch little bits of it because the times that they come on, I'm putting the kids in bed and it takes me hours to get my kids in bed. So I end up missing it all. I do occasionally put some on +1 to catch up. But yeah. That time is the time when I'm struggling to get my kids in bed and they're like, keep getting out, and you're like, get back in bed. And they'll find any excuse for it to come down. They suddenly need that toy that's in the living room, even though it's bedtime and they shouldn't be playing with toys. They suddenly need something out the living room, a drink. Where was the water coming from? Water? Water? What water? Have I missed something somewhere? Have I missed something? Hi, Connie. Thank you. Have I missed a comment somewhere? What's about water? I don't know, I'm all confused. Indigo. Indigo. Oh, you heard water during your stream. Just randomly. Was it a ghost? Was it the water ghost? The water ghost. Let's move that over a little bit. Top. It wasn't one of your cats, was it, Connie? Playing with some water somewhere. I don't know. I hope my parcels don't come when I'm on the school run after. Normally comes around now, my mail. Because Amazon is the worst lately. They've started leaving parcels on the front door, but they don't they don't hang around to check that you're in, because they're not supposed to leave them at your front door if you're not in. So they just dump them on the front door, go and get back in the car. And half the time when I've gone to the door, they're nowhere to be seen. I'm just like, if I'm not in, they'd have left that there and it'd have got nicked. So I have to be very careful with Amazon now. I try and make sure that I'm going to be in if I order anything, because I don't trust them. I've set a safe space for them to leave parcels, and they just don't listen to it. You wish Brian would get better smelling coffee. I need a new coffee. I've got a stone cold coffee here from about an hour ago. I'm going back in with the black now, just for a few specks over here. Oh, they've done that to me as well, Pickle. They've chucked it over the back fence. But when it's like a bit of rain, it don't bother, does it? But when it's absolutely chucking it down like it was the other day, it ruins everything inside the box because it just goes soggy. Yeah, the murder, aren't they, Shannon? Absolutely awful at it lately. I have some nice delivery drivers and some absolutely awful ones. Indigo. Do you not drink coffee? I never used to drink coffee. I used to be a big tea drinker. Tea would be all I drank. But I'd say I started drinking coffee religiously about 5 years ago. The more kids I had, the more coffee I started drinking. That's how it works. The more kids, the more coffee is needed. You know, it's a time thing as well, because I literally, when the kids are screaming at me all day, because they literally do, I don't even have time to brew a cup of tea. Like, you know, you have to leave the tea bag in and leave it brewing and then squeeze it. I don't have time for all that faff. I just shove the coffee and shove the water in, stir it, done. That's literally it. There's a time restraint here. Because I like proper builder's tea. I don't like it weak, so I have to leave it brewing. Nobody got time for that. 4 AM wake up call. I should be a coffee drinker. Who wakes you up at 4 o'clock, Pickle? Yourself? Do you wake yourself up at that time, or does your cat wake you up? Oops. Does your cat wake you up? Top. No, animals sometimes wake you up. I don't have any, but I've heard stories of animals wanting to wake you up. The cat, yeah, the cat. I thought it would be the cat. I thought it would be the cat, Pickle. That's what's putting me off getting a dog, because people keep telling me the more I put in children, and I'm like, I just don't need any more of that in my life. 5 kids is enough. I don't need to add another child into the mix. Definitely not. Right, is a puppy really worse than a newborn baby? Is it? Let me know. I've abandoned the pigeon grey down here because it is getting darker and darker on the tail. So I don't think we really need it round here. Apart from if I'm flicking into the white bits, the top and the pigeon grey are what I'm using to put a few strokes through the white areas that I'm leaving. But other than that, yeah, I'm not usually using the pigeon grey down here really. Not on the actual thing. Black bits. We'll just pop some into the centre. So pigeon grey. Do they pickle? Oh, well, I'm not getting a dog then. I'll just have to keep telling the kids, no, sorry. Ivory black. Just keep saying no, soz. I feel tight though, because I always wanted a dog growing up and my mum would never let me. She always said no. She ended up giving in and then something happened. I don't know why, but she ended up sending it to a rehoming it. So I don't want to end up like that, but at the same time I feel guilty because I'm like, they keep asking me and everybody keeps telling me how it's nice for kids to grow up with a pet. Right, I'm going to zoom you out because, there we go, we're going to call this a stream, I think, guys. We almost did all the tail. I just got to here. I had 2 more to do, but I need to get off now. I've got a few things I need to do. I've got quite a few things I need to do. You love coffee, Connie. See, you're with me. You're with me. Love coffee. Shannon, you have lots though. You have lots. Oh, Stacey. See, that's another thing as well, isn't it? It's the heartbreak of when they leave you because, you know, they don't obviously don't outlive us, do they? Oh, thank you for everyone for popping in. It's been nice to have a nice little chat. So it's took me 2 hours for it to do that tail. I reckon it would have only took me an hour if I weren't live streaming. And then I've got all the rest to do. But I'll be using the same colours throughout. But up here on his body will be more of the taupe grey rather than blacks. And a bit of, tiny bit of brown into the body down here, but that's it. That's it. The colours are pretty much remaining the same. A little bit of terracotta that I'll be putting in his eyes. But other than that, that's it. So thanks everyone for coming. Have a nice day. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week.